Good morning. This is Shula.
Hi, good morning. Welcome. I'm happy that you all are joining me today on Facebook Live or watching the replay, and welcome to class today. So I invite you to just find a comfortable seat. Maybe get your mat out and any blocks that you might like, or a bolster or a blanket. And this will be a nice active flow class today. So please always honor and listen to your body. It knows far more than I know about your body. And if you need to come out of a pose, please feel free to do that. If you need to make any adjustments, or feel free to ignore me completely, always. I mean, you're at home or wherever you're at, and do a pose that your body is calling for. So welcome.
Thank you. There's already 15 people here.
Oh, well, hi everybody. So I will check the Facebook Live here in just a second and see if anybody has any requests. So if you do have a request for class today, is anything feeling especially tight or sore, please just let me know. Finding a comfortable seat on your mat, maybe cross-legged if that feels good for you, maybe on a block or a bolster or a blanket. So, hi Grace, welcome. Hi Laura, welcome. And bringing your right hand up to your heart here and finding a comfortable position for your left hand. Maybe it's over your right hand, maybe it's down on your thigh. Just breathe in here, in and out through your nose. Feel yourself getting settled in. And finding the gratitude to yourself for showing up today. And continuing your breathing in and out through your nose, fluttering your eyes closed, and deepening your inhales and exhales. Breathing in through your nose for a count of 4. Holding for a count of 4. And releasing for a count of 4. In for a count of 4. Holding for a count of 4. And releasing for a count of 4. And then coming to 5, breathing in for a count of 5. Holding for a count of 5, and releasing for a count of 5. And then getting to 6, breathing in for a count of 6, holding for a count of 6, and releasing for a count of 6. And then getting to 7, breathing in for a count of 7, holding for a count of 7, and releasing for a count of 7. Just feeling this connection to your divine self, your true self, your inner self, whatever word resonates with you. Breathing in and out here. Continuing with this breath cycle, a few more times through, in for a count of 7, holding for a count of 7, and releasing for a count of 7. And when you feel ready, bring your hands down onto your knees here, and just starting to come into a stoopy grind. Keeping your hips bones down on the ground, inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you come back. Maybe starting to engage your Ujjayi breath here, breathing in and out through your nose, like you're trying to fog up the back of a mirror, so it sounds like this. Taking small circles or big circles, whatever your body's calling for. Switching directions when you feel ready. And coming back to center, slowly dropping your chin towards your chest, stretching out the back of your neck here. And releasing your ear over to one shoulder. And coming back through center, ear to the other shoulder. Noticing how your neck feels. And coming back around a few more times. If it feels good on your neck, dropping your head back towards the back. Opening up the front of your neck. If you feel any tightness or crunchiness in your neck, just staying neutral. And switching directions when you feel ready. Pausing in any area that feels tight or sore and sending it some love. If you haven't already done so, switching sides. Directions, coming back to center when you feel ready. And then interlacing your fingers behind your back here, shrugging your shoulders up towards your ears and down away. Bring your shoulders together behind your back. You can also reach for opposite wrists, maybe opposite elbows if your arms are feeling very limber today. And sitting up nice and tall here. Slowly hinging forward with your hips. Maybe your arms come up off your back. You can also just have your hands on your sacrum here. And then crawling your hands forward, just finding a forward fold here. Planting your hands down on the ground. Uncrossing your legs, coming into tabletop pose. Knees are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Fingers spread nice and wide. Wrists under elbows, under shoulders. Your toes can be tucked or curled or flat. Breathing here. And then inhaling, filling your belly with air. Rising the top of your head and your tailbone. Exhale, rounding your spine, drawing your navel up and in, top of your head towards the mat. Inhaling, dropping your belly, lifting your gaze, lifting your tailbone. Exhale, rounding your spine, drawing your navel up and in. And flowing through this a few more times. Knees feel tight or tender here, you can place a blanket under your knees. You can also double up your mat to make it more accessible and cushy for your knees. So staying with this nice, slow, easy breath pattern. If you're ready to get the energy flowing in your body more quickly, you can double time it, which would look more like this. Finding what works well for you here. Breathing in and out. 2 more times through, and then coming to a neutral spine when you feel ready. And kicking your right leg out behind you, toes on the ground to start with, really pushing back through your heel. Feeling a nice stretch in your calf and your thigh. And then right leg floats up to the air. Toes pointing down, extending your left hand out. Thumb pointing up like you're shaking someone's hand. Staying here, or exhale, crunch, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. And then planting your left hand down on the ground, right toes cross over left toes. And then you're going to turn around to look at your right toes, opening up your side body here, breathing into your ribs. right leg long on the mat. Left hand comes up, either reaching for your back or maybe your left ankle, kicking your hand into your left. Kicking your foot into your left hand. There we go. And releasing, switching sides. So extending your left leg long on your mat behind you, toes down on the ground. Really kicking back through your heels, feeling a stretch in your calf and your thigh. And floating your left leg up towards the sky, engaging your glutes, engaging your thigh, toes pointing down. Right hand extends out in front of you, thumb pointing up, like you're shaking someone's hand. And staying here, if you'd like a little bit of a challenge, exhale, crunch, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. And when you've done approximately the same number, right hand plants down. Left toes cross over your right foot, turning around to look at your left toes, opening up your side body and breathing into your ribs. And then coming back through center, left leg extends long behind you here, then bending your knee. Right hand is going to wrap around either towards your back or towards your left ankle for the inside or outside of your foot. Staying here or kicking your foot into your hand, opening your chest, lifting your gaze, and breathing here. Beautiful job, yogis. And releasing your right hand down, left knee comes down to meet your right knee. And bringing your knees towards each edge of your mat, big toes together, pushing back through your hips, finding child's pose. You can place a block here under your sits bones if that would feel good for you. You can also come onto a bolster or to a pillow if you're feeling very tight or sore in your hips. And the arms can be stretched out long in front of you. You can have them at your side, maybe your cheeks down or your forehead down. Finding the child's pose that works well for you and your body here. Taking several deep breaths in the child's pose of your choice. One more nice deep breath here. And then making your way back into a tabletop pose. Curling your toes underneath you. And we're just going to float the knees for just a breath here, really starting to build some heat in our body. So floating your knees, engaging your core, breathing here. Be here for just another breath. And then pushing your hips back towards the sky, heels releasing down towards the ground, coming into your first downward dog. Really finding that inverted V shape, fingers nice and wide, pressing through your fingers, really pressing into the point between your thumb and index finger so you can take the weight off your wrist. And very intentionally pedaling out your legs, so bending your right knee, coming onto your right toes. Bend your left knee, coming onto your left toes. And pedaling out your legs here. Really drawing your navel up and in. Maybe imagining that you're leaning over a fence. Drawing your navel up towards your spine. Coming back to a nice long downward dog here. Remembering wherever your body is at today is perfect and beautiful. Your heels may be way up here. They may be inching down towards the ground. They may be touching the ground. They may never get to the ground, and that is perfect also. Inhaling, coming up on the balls of your feet, looking between your thumbs, bending your knees, and stepping one foot, then the other, coming into a forward fold here. Spine is long, neck is long, head is heavy. Maybe reaching for opposite elbows and swaying from side to side here. Inhaling up to a flat back. Maybe your hands are on a block here. Maybe they're on your thighs. And release, forward fold. Inhaling, arms sweep up overhead. Hooking your thumbs here, maybe finding a mini back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. And pausing, noticing how you're feeling. Breathing in and out, hands at heart center. Inhaling, arms sweep up overhead. Hooking your thumbs, finding a mini back bend. Exhale, diving your heart forward, forward fold. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And we'll just continue building some heat here. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, diving your heart forward, forward fold. Inhaling to a flat back. Hands can be on your shins or on a block. Exhale, forward fold. One more time through with your own breath and movement. Next time you're in your forward fold, pausing here and stepping one foot back and then the other, finding plank pose. Wrists under elbows, under shoulders, engaging your core, drawing it up and in. Breathing here. And then knees down, chest down, and lying down. Bringing your hands a few inches in front of your shoulders here, zipping your legs together. Forehead comes down to the ground first. Then inhale, rising up, finding your back bend. Exhale, releasing down. And inhale, coming up. Keeping the weight off your fingers, just stretching into your lower back. And releasing down. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, releasing down. And then bringing your hands forward to about your eye level here, walking them out wider, maybe towards each edge of your mat, maybe a little bit wider. Your shoulders are feeling nice and loose this morning. Tenting your fingers. Inhaling, rising up, finding Queen Cobra here. And if this feels tight or sore on your shoulders, planting your hands and coming into less of back bend. One more breath here. Then releasing down, curling your toes underneath you, either coming through tabletop, child's pose, or just pushing your hips up, finding your downward dog. Inhaling, right leg floats up towards the sky, bending your knee, and drawing some circles, warming up your hip, switching directions when you feel ready. The right foot comes down towards the left foot releases up towards the sky, toes pointing down to start with. Engaging your glute, engaging your thigh, and then bending your left knee and drawing some circles. Switching directions when you feel ready. back to a nice long downward dog here. We're gonna come into a downward dog twist. So walking your feet up a few inches, maybe a footstep, and then bring your feet towards each edge of your mat. So we're in a shorter downward dog here. And then your right hand is gonna come towards your left ankle or the left side of your mat, and the gaze is gonna come out under your left shoulder here. Breathing into your side body. And right hand releases down, switching sides. So left hand either comes towards the right side of your mat or towards your right ankle. And gazes out under your right shoulder. Coming back to a nice long downward dog. Inhaling, right leg sweeps up into the air. And then bending your right knee. Exhale, bring your right knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, extend. Right knee towards your left elbow. Inhale, extend. Right knee towards your nose, towards your chest, and then stepping through between your hands. And you can stay on the ball of your left toe. You can drop your left knee down on the ground. Left hand stays on the ground, right hand sweeps up. Finding a twist. And right hand plants on the ground, curling your left toes underneath you. Maybe moving your feet out towards each edge of your mat to create more balance here. Grounding down, rising up, finding high crescent lunge here. Bending into your right knee, left leg is straight. Breathing here. Rolling your shoulders down away from your ears. Settling into the pose. There's a wonderful mantra here that I think comes from Jeannie, and you can listen and you can repeat it if you like, and it goes, "This is me, I am here, and I am perfect as I am. This is me, I am here, and I am perfect as I am." And cactusing your arms, opening up your chest here. And cartwheeling your hands down, framing your front foot. Front foot steps back to meet your left, finding plank or tabletop pose. And then knees down, chest down, lie down. Inhale, sliding your heart forward, finding your back bend. Exhale, pushing back, finding downward dog. Inhaling, left leg sweeps up towards the sky, bending your left knee. Exhaling, left knee to left elbow. Inhaling, extending. Exhaling, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, extending. Bending your left knee, looking between your thumbs, coming on the ball of your right foot here, stepping your foot between your hands. You can bring your right knee down to your mat if you like, flattening out the top of your foot, or you can stay on the ball of your right foot. Right hand stays down, left hand sweeps up, finding your twist. Beautiful job, yogis. And releasing left hand down to frame your right foot, uncurling your right toes, coming on the ball of your right foot, grounding down, rooting down, rising up, finding high crescent lunge here. Shoulders away from your ears, core engaged, left knee bent, right leg straight. Breathing in and out. Repeating the mantra on this side. This is me, I am here, and I am perfect as I am. This is me, I am here, and I am perfect exactly as I am. Yes, you are. One more breath here. Cactusing the arms, lifting your gaze. And also interlace your hands behind your head here. That feels better on your shoulders. cartwheeling your hands down, framing your front foot, stepping back to plank pose or to tabletop pose, and then knees down, chest down, and lie down. Inhale, sliding your heart forward. Exhale, forehead comes down, pushing back, finding your downward dog. Breathing here. Inhaling, right leg floats up towards the sky. Bending your right knee, stepping through, landing it between your hands. And staying on the ball of your left foot here, and then dropping your left knee down onto the ground when you feel ready. Untucking your toes, lifting your gaze, chest coming forward. Your hands can also be on blocks here. You may find that more comfortable, framing your foot. Either this way, or they can come up nice and tall. Wherever feels good in your body here. And then untucking your left toes, we're going to come into a modified pyramid pose here. So bringing your heart forward, bending into your right knee, straightening out your left leg, and then curling forehead towards your right knee. Extend and curl. 2 more times here. Next time you're in forward pose with your hands either on your blocks or framing your right foot, bringing your left knee down onto the ground, straightening out your right leg, finding half splits pose. So maybe your blocks come back with you here. And then coming into a flow, either coming up and then straightening out your right knee, hands coming behind you. Maybe you're walking your blocks back and forth with you here. Staying with your Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Beautiful job. And the next time you're forward, planting your hands in front of your foot, uncurling your left toes, left hand stays down on the ground, right hand sweeps up, finding your twist. And bringing your feet towards each edge of your mat here, rooting down, using your core, rising up, finding revolved crescent lunge. So both palms are going to be facing the right side of your body. Breathing here. Beautiful job. And then arms sweeping up overhead, staying in your high crescent lunge, or you can drop your back foot, only if that feels comfortable on your knee. Bending into your right knee. You're on the ball of your left foot, flattening it out so that your feet are perpendicular. Your front foot is perpendicular to your back foot. Arms out at a capital T, finding warrior 2 here. Flipping your wrists, one wrist, then the other. Breathing in and out. Flipping your right palm over, hinging forward with your hips, hinging back, finding peaceful warrior. Gaze can be up at your right hand or down, depending on what feels better in your neck. Warrior 2. And then finding extended side angle, right elbow comes towards your right knee. Left hand sweeps down towards the ground, up and around, palm facing down, lifting your gaze here. Really imagining that you're between 2 planes of glass, maybe even finding a little bit of a back bend here. Maybe you look like this. That is perfect and beautiful. Just try and keep a little bit of a bend in your right knee here. Breathing here. Coming back to warrior 2, arms out at a capital T. Inhaling back to peaceful warrior. And continuing this flow with your own breath and movement. Warrior 2, extended side angle. Warrior 2, Peaceful warrior. Warrior 2. Extended side angle. Warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. Beautiful job. And then pausing the next time you're in extended side angle. Bringing both your palms parallel together like you're holding a giant beach ball, really engaging your core. Breathe, breathe, breathe here. If a bind is in your practice or bird of paradise, you're also welcome to take that. And then coming back to warrior 2 and then to peaceful warrior. And then straightening out your right leg here, keeping a micro bend in your knee, finding reverse triangle. And arms out to a capital T, maybe scooting your back foot in a little bit and then tipping forward. Your block can be on the inside or the outside of your foot. Your hand can also come to your shin or to your calf. Right hand down, left hand on your hip. Then maybe left hand reaches up towards the sky, breathing here. Bending into your right knee, bringing your block about 6 inches in front of your foot here, scooting your back foot in. We're going to just play with half moon. So just kicking onto your right foot first, left leg lifts up and back, bending into your right knee. And then planting your hand on your block, left leg lifts, left hand comes towards your hip here, breathing here. Maybe play with extending your left hand out. One more breath. If you need to come out, come out. Easily bring your left hand down, coming back to warrior 2. Cartwheeling your hands down, framing your foot. Stepping back to plank, to tabletop, or right back to downward dog, yogi's choice. Remembering to drink lots of water. If you're in plank, knees down, chest down, and lie down, flowing through a chaturanga. Inhaling, sliding your heart forward. Exhaling, pushing back, finding your downward dog. Dropping the limb. Inhaling, left leg floats up towards the sky. Bending your knee. Drawing those circles. Then exhaling, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee towards your right elbow or your right forearm. Inhale, extend. Bending your left knee, looking between your thumbs, coming on the ball of your right foot. Bring your left foot between your hands. Staying on the ball of your right foot, then dropping your right knee down, flattening out your top of your foot on your mat. Bringing your chest forward, gaze forward. Maybe having blocks on either side of your foot here might be helpful for you. The floor feels far away. And then tucking your right toes underneath you here, coming on the ball of your right foot, and finding that modified pyramid sequence on this side. So bringing your hands forward, your chest forward, bending into your left knee here, straightening out, forehead comes towards your left knee. Continuing with this flow. Forward and backward. Forward and backward. One more time. And then staying in your forward pose, maybe your hands are on your block here. Bringing your right knee down onto the ground, flattening out the top of your foot on your mat, or keeping your toes curled, finding what works best. Straightening out your left leg, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Beautiful job. Let's see. Okay. And then finding your flow here. So inhaling, arms sweep up overhead. exhale, coming back. So maybe you walk your blocks back with you here. Forward and back. Beautiful job. And the next time you're forward, planting your hands, uncurling your right toes, coming on the ball of your right foot, bending into your left knee. Right hand stays down on the ground or in your block, left hand sweeps up. And then walking your feet out towards each edge of your mat to create a nice stable base here. Inhaling, rooting down, rising up, finding revolved high crescent lunge, both hands facing towards the left side of your body. Breathing here. Then bring your left hand down, up and around, high crescent lunge. And then dropping your right foot down so it's perpendicular to your front foot. Finding warrior two on this side. Arms out at a capital T, bending into your left knee, right leg straight. In and out through your nose. Gazes out over your front fingers and flipping your left palm forward, leaning forward to your hips, drawing an arc in the sky. Finding your peaceful warrior. Warrior two. Extended side angle, left elbow coming towards left knee, right hand sweeps down, up and around. Palm facing down, gaze can be up or down. Warrior two, extended side angle. Sorry, peaceful warrior. Warrior two, extended side angle. Warrior two, peaceful warrior. Warrior two, extended side angle. One more time through with your own breath and movement. And pausing the next time you're in peaceful warrior, straightening out your left leg, keeping a micro bend to protect your knee, finding reverse triangle here. Then scooting your back foot in, coming to capital T arms, bringing your block to the inside or to the outside of your foot. Alternatively, your hand can just be on your calf, right here, or your shin. Then hinging forward at your hips, left hand comes down to your block or to your shin, maybe to the ground. Shoulders stacked upon one another, gaze can be up towards your right hand or down. Breathing here. Beautiful job. And then bending into your left knee and bringing your block about 6 to 8 inches in front of your foot. You can also come onto your hand if you feel pretty balanced here. And then bending into your left knee, right hand comes to your right hip and just kicking into your left knee and bringing it down. And then bringing your weight onto your left knee. Right hand can stay on your right hip or you can extend it up towards the sky, finding your half moon pose. Engaging your core, breathing here. Beautiful job. And then right foot steps long on your mat, bringing both toes to face the long edge of your mat here, bending your knees, and coming into a squat. So sitting up nice and tall, really pushing your hips back and bringing your hands to cactus arms here. And then you can choose your breath pattern. You can either choose breath of fire, which I'll walk you through in a minute. You can take long, slow, deep breaths or just holding the squat. So if you're choosing breath of fire, it's going to be sharp diaphragmatic breathing in and out through your nose while you pump your belly, so it sounds like this. So you can also start with your tongue out a little bit, like you're panting. So sinking into your squat, really engaging your glutes, engaging your core, tailbone tucked. And then choosing your breath pattern, we won't be here very long. Half a breath in, and either breath of fire or long deep breaths. Go. Keep going with your own breath and movement. You're doing great. If you need to come out, just hold the squat or hold the breath and come out of the squat. Yogi's choice. Almost there. 2 more times. And relax. And snap might happen while your breath is firing. It clears out your nasal passages. Bringing your feet to neutral just for a breath here and relax. Noticing how you're feeling. And this is just such a great way to shift your energy. If you're feeling really down or worried or concerned, even 15 seconds of breath and fire is a really beautiful way to just shift your energy very quickly. Or at least to just help yourself pivot. When you're ready, there's also value in really sitting with your feelings and seeing where you're at as well. So bring your feet out nice and wide. Your heels are going to be directly under your toes, hands on your hips. Standing up nice and tall, then hinging forward with your hips. Hands coming to the ground or to block. Breathing here. Bending into one knee and then the other. Keeping a micro bend in your knees, spine is long, releasing your neck. Then hands on your hips, slowly one vertebrae at a time, rolling up. And then making your way, bring your feet together, and then making your way onto a comfortable seat any way you'd like to get there. One last vinyasa calling to you. Please feel free to take that. Otherwise, just keeping a seat on your back. Legs extended long in front of you. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling, sitting up nice and tall, flexing your feet. And hands sweep up overhead here. And just pausing here. Hinging forward with a flat back first. Hands coming towards your calves or towards your toes, maybe reaching for a strap. And then bringing your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your toes, bending your knees, either finding reverse tabletop or keeping your legs straight. For reverse plank. So if you're choosing reverse tabletop, the pose will look like this. If you're choosing reverse plank, keeping your legs extended long, and then pushing into your fingers and your heels. Releasing your hips down on the ground, arms sweep up overhead, reaching towards your toes. Noticing if you have any more length in your spine here. And then bending one knee and then the other. And making your way one vertebrae at a time onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest for a hug here, massaging out your spine, rocking from side to side. Planting your left foot down on the ground, your right foot is going to cross over your left thigh. If you prefer pigeon on your belly instead of figure 4, and that's in your practice, please feel free to take that. And Then you can stay right here. This is feeling good in your hips and this is enough of a stretch for you. Or you can bring your left foot up off the ground. Fingers can interlace behind your left thigh. And breathing here. And releasing left foot down onto the ground and switching sides when you feel ready. You're in pigeon. Maybe taking a counter stretch. Left ankle crosses over your right thigh, noticing how one side may be very different than the other. Staying here if this feels like enough of a hip stretch for you, or bending your right knee, maybe interlacing your hands behind your right thigh. Breathing here. Right knee can be bent or straight. One more nice, deep, nourishing breath. If you're in pigeon, releasing, taking a counter stretch, and making your way onto your back when you're ready. If you're already on your back, bringing your heels in towards your butt so you can touch your heels with your fingertips or as close as you can get them. And then pushing down through your feet, lifting your hips up towards the sky, finding your bridge pose. And full wheels in your practice. Please feel free to take that. And then releasing your hips down, bringing your knees in for a hug. And finding the supine twist of your choice. So maybe one leg is straight, one knee is bent, maybe both legs are straight or both knees are bent. Whatever your choice is for your supine pose, arms out at a capital T and then dropping your knees off to one side. You also have a block under your knees here. If you need more of a stretch, gaze comes away from your knees. Inhaling up through center, releasing to the other side. And inhaling up through center, taking any last pose that your body's calling for before Shavasana. Maybe it's water pose, extending your legs straight up towards the ceiling, bottom of your feet pointing up. Maybe it's a happy baby pose, maybe it's something else. Just honoring and listening to your body here. And then preparing for Shavasana. Maybe socks would feel good, or a blanket. And settling into your mat. You can also do legs up the wall. That can be a really great way to finish your practice today. Finding a comfortable position for your hands. Palms can be up or down. Floating your eyes closed. And breathing here. Receiving your next breath in, allowing it to wash through your body. Easily coming back into your body. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Making your way onto one side, rolling to your right or to your left. And just pausing here. And using your hands, making your way into a comfortable seat. Palms together. We're going to close class today with 3 ahs, which according to Wayne Dyer is the universal sound of divine source energy. So you're welcome to listen or to join in. So breathing in. As you go forth in your day today, may you have peace in your mind, peace in your words, peace in your heart. Thank you all so much for joining me today and letting me be your guide. Namaste. So thank you all for coming and tuning in online today. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear them. And if you have any suggestions or things that you would like for the next class, I'll be teaching the next Tuesday morning online class. Please just reach out to me and let me know. Have a wonderful day, everybody.